what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare. The bombs bursting in air gave a roof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Well, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? And gals. It's been a while. Sincerely apologize. For those who don't know, I was sick this past week. No, I don't have the COVID, but we're going to talk about that. I'm Robert Santos, and this is the Veterans Bench. We messed up the intro a little bit, but hey, that's what happens when you take a week off. But it's perfectly fine. So the first thing I want to talk about, obviously we need to know, you got 10 days. Vote, vote, vote. I don't care, well I do, but I don't care who you vote for. You have to get out there and vote. Do your research. Vote for the candidate that you believe is best going to make good changes for our area, our nation, our city, our county, everything. No excuses. I don't want to hear you complaining if you guys don't vote. The second thing, we're going to talk about COVID. No, I am negative with COVID. Don't have it, but we're going to talk about my experience when I actually went to the doctors and why I was sick. So please excuse the occasional sniffle. I am still kind of battling it much better. We got schools closing still. We got schools opening. We have the Steel Valley Trunk or Treat, which happened 7 days ago. We're going to talk about that. December events, and we're going to talk about the presidential debate that happened a few days ago. So, first and foremost, we'll talk about the COVID situation and how doctors are handling it. They are handling it horribly. Jeff, welcome. Trudy, welcome. I'm sorry I'm not really seeing a list of everyone's popping up. I only have my page open, but as everyone knows, I started feeling ill. So this is a little personal. Bear with the story. Saturday after the trunk or treat, which was a huge success, by the way, I started to have like a little sinus, issues. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I have allergies, so I kind of didn't think anything of it. Sunday got a little worse. Monday, I was like, what the heck? Went to the doctors, got tested, was negative. But here's where the problem lied. When I went down to a local VA, and I'm sure this is not just a VA that this is occurring at, it's a regular doctor's office. Everyone's got so much goddamn tunnel vision with COVID, you're forgetting there's other issues with these individuals. So I went there, I told them my symptoms. They said, hey, we think you got COVID. I told them no, because I already had it already. But whatever, I get it. They got their policies, they got their procedures. They have to follow certain guidelines and cross things off. Got it. Shoved that crap up my nose, tested me, found out I was negative. Great. Have a nice day. but I'm still sick. Oh, it'll pass. What was so the doctors don't give a crap unless it's COVID? Why have we been going to a doctor's office for over hundreds of years through our entire nation or history if it will just pass? Why should we even go? It's not COVID. Who gives a crap? I'm missing an arm. Who cares? It's not COVID. It'll pass. Seriously? I could have had walking pneumonia. Could have had the flu. People die from that still. So I think that these physicians, doctors, nurse practitioners need to take off the blinders. You know, definitely go down the criteria, the steps, find out what's wrong with you, start knocking things off the list that's not, and actually still focus on what is actually wrong with the people. So don't be afraid. This is my point. Don't be afraid to look at a doctor or nurse practitioner, whoever you see, and say, got it, but what the hell is still wrong with me? Their point was, it'll pass. Okay, I get it. I'm not trying to throw a stink about it, but I'm sick. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't want to go to work and make everyone else sick. I don't want to make my 4-year-old sick. I don't want to make my wife sick who's got to go to clinicals on Mondays because she's sick. She can't go to clinicals. She's not going to pass school. That's going to suck. I can't go to work and get everybody else sick if I go because it'll pass. We'll get shut down. It's a huge laundry list of issues. These doctors need to take the blinders off, focus on what actually is really going on, and the world still functioned or has functioned before COVID. It's going to function after COVID, and COVID's not going anywhere. So all because someone doesn't have COVID doesn't mean they're not sick. So that's my rant. All right. Excuse the cough. It's not COVID. I'm negative. Schools. You guys don't know, some schools are opening up. Great. Kids are going to start doing in-classroom instruction, which I think needs to get done. But there's also some schools that are closing. I don't think our governor, our dictator, Governor DeWine, is actually really understanding what can happen when you actually shut down the school and force these kids to go 100% remote learning, like online. One, how old are these kids? That means someone's got to stay home with them. If someone's staying home with them like an adult, that means they're not working. If they're not working, they're not making money. You're not making money, they're going to not pay rent. They're not paying mortgage, heat, electricity, water. They're not thinking of these things. They need to understand, what can we do to ensure the kids still get their education and the parents can still provide for their children? Because I know that we had an issue with my son, as everyone knows, when I talked about in the past, was that on Mondays, because my wife's going to school, Mondays are clinical, she's not here. My son was only 11 years old. My 4-year-old goes to daycare. But my 11-year-old, Ohio does not have an age limit on when you can be home alone, but there is a time period that they suggest kids at a certain age are allowed to stay home alone. Well, that's 3 hours. So every 3 hours, I got to come back home, miss work, drive 30 minutes home, drive 30 minutes back after I say, hey, okay, cool, you're alive, and leave. It's kind of ridiculous. I actually work close to my home. Some people actually live here and work in Cleveland. How are they going to do that? That means they're going to miss at least 2-3 hours of work. They're going to have to take an hour drive all the way to Cleveland, do their thing, and literally work an hour and have to drive back to meet that 3-hour minimum. Our elected officials need to understand our lives need to function as well. We need to provide for our children, and we're not looking for handouts. I'm not looking for that CARES Act to get passed. We're not looking for that $2,000 a week or a month or whatever the hell Tim Ryan wants to pass, because he's a complete joke. And I hope Christina Hagan wins. I hope a rock wins instead of Tim Ryan. Anything will be better. A stinking chicken will be better than him, because at least a chicken won't mess anything up. But they need to understand that. So these are things that our elected officials are not understanding. They're not taking into consideration, or at least addressing. So when you go out there and vote, which brings us to our first topic, we talked about earlier, go out there and vote for the individuals that are going to ensure that they are transparent enough to let us know what is going on. Nothing's worse than being in the dark. That was one of the things that actually drove us crazy while we're in the Marine Corps, all the branches as well. But my experience with just Marines is keeping everyone in the dark causes a lot of tension. And the reason why there's a lot of tension here in our nation, specifically Ohio, is because our governor is trying to act like he's transparent, but he's not. He's being manipulative. He is not giving us the full information. Honestly, with this whole COVID thing, I think people will more be they'll be more willing to wear the mask. They'll be more willing to stay home, sheltered, all that stuff. If you heard an elected official say this, hey guys, COVID came from China. It's a new strain. We have no bleeping clue what the hell this is, how it's going to affect us, how long it's going to last, whether it's a one and done like the chicken pox or it's something that you can repeatedly get. We have no clue. So to be safe, here's some of the things that we recommend you guys do until we figure out what the hell this is. Wear masks, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think people will be more willing to actually, okay, I get it. No one knows what the bleep this is, so let's do it. Instead, you will wear masks. You will do this. You will 6 feet social distancing. If you're in Texas and you have to wear a mask while you're inside your house, yada, yada, yada. This is ridiculous. It's stupid. Masks don't work. If they did, why are people still getting COVID, especially the individuals who are wearing masks? They're getting them. Doesn't work out. Let me see if I can't open that up. If I missed you guys joining in, I apologize. We'll get this. That's what happens when you guys go. When I go live, there's gonna be some hiccups, but you know what? We'll work with the hiccups. We'll keep going. Let's see here. Page. Facebook keeps changing. Always doing something new. It's actually driving me crazy. Facebook is another thing that needs to go. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. We'll talk about the trunk or treat. It was a huge success last Saturday, okay? We're going to talk about something good. It was a free event for the children, for the community. I definitely want to reach out to a lot of individuals on Humble List in front of me, but I know the Nancy Dance Studios out of Warren donated a few things. You had Ed Miller Signs. He actually donated a banner for the event. I want to appreciate him for doing that very well. We're going to be using that every year because this will be a yearly event that we have. It may not necessarily be in the same location, but it will be something we do every year, their trunk or treat. I want to thank Kimberlot Langs and Boardman for donating that pass and all those free bowling lanes. I want to thank, David Burham. If you're watching, I want to thank you. You're the one that donated the bounce houses. You're the one that donated the basketball hoop. You brought in the... pretty much you helped out a lot. Anthony Buckman, you actually brought those hay bales. I definitely appreciate that. You set up one of the trunks. We had Sleep in Heavenly Peace there. We had Real Living. We had Farmers Insurance. We had a bunch of individuals within the community come out. I was making some magic potions. If you guys don't know, it was baking soda vinegar. It was great. The kids loved it. We had a lot of compliments. I appreciate everyone coming out. We actually were running out of candy. It was actually pretty good. So next year will be bigger. We'll have more cars. We'll put together. We'll plan a little bit further away so we can make it bigger and better for the kids. We'll have more rides. We'll have more food. Hopefully, this COVID crap will go away. It'll be awesome. So speaking of events, our next event we're going to be doing will be in December. The date and the location, I don't know yet. It will be in Mahoning County. We're planning a lunch with Santa, but there's a lot of steps that we need to take to ensure this happens. One, we have to find Santa. Two, we have to find like an Elsa, an Olaf, anyone that wants to dress up as the characters. Our plan is to have people just come, have a nice lunch with Santa Claus, enjoy their time. Hopefully we can get a little bit of presents here and there, small gifts for the kids that show up. If you guys have any ideas what we can do for the event, it'd be great. We have over a month to plan it. Plenty of time. Let me know. Shoot me a PM. It will be great. There'll be other events as well, yes. We're planning pancake breakfasts, spaghetti dinners, some fundraisers. We want to do a fundraisers for the Parkinson's disease, the Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's Association, or they actually go ahead and their goal is to get out of business. the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Disease Foundation, their whole goal is to find a cure for it. So they want to go out of business. The only way you go out of business is find a cure, and that's great. We'll also do fundraisers for the Boardman School, whether it's the music department, the art department, the football, soccer, whatever team needs help. So if you guys know of a school, not just Boardman, it could be Warren, it could be Bristolville, it could be Bloomfield, it could be Austintown, it could be Jackson Milton, it could be Youngstown. Youngstown definitely needs some help. We'll do fundraisers for everything we possibly can. What we do, because our whole goal is to put unity back in community. Now, I know apparently some other organization has that, but I think it's catchy to put unity back in community. Everyone knows I'm a Republican, but when it comes to community, politics is not just tossed, it gets kicked out the window. And the improving the lives of our neighbors, our children, our cities, our towns is the most important to me. So next will be the debate. I'm pretty sure a lot of individuals watched the debate that happened a couple days ago, and I think it was outstanding. I think the moderator were kind of, sorry, that's a little gross. Still battling a cold. Sorry. The debate was great. They were going to shut the mic off. They clearly didn't shut the mic off when President Trump was talking, because you heard Biden like all the time. He's acting like a complete fool. I'm not going to say who did better than who. However, I'm actually upset. This is going to be sarcasm for those who are watching. I mean, I just can't believe that there's coyotes taking kids and bringing them over the borders. I mean, I don't even know how an animal that size cannot eat a child when they're taking them over the border. If you guys don't know, that was President Trump using a term that is used. It's called coyotes. That's what they call criminals who take kids and forcefully take them over the border. They call them coyotes. And the left is just harping on that President Trump is a bleeping idiot. I can't believe he thinks that animals are taking kids across the street. Well, you know what? They call Marines devil dogs, but we're not the devil. We're not dogs. It's a nickname that was given. They were given nickname. The coyotes was given nicknames to these criminals. That's what happens. Grow up is pretty much all I have to say. The one thing I will say, and this is something I did during my campaign. Now, bear with me on how I word this. I know Gino's watching, so let's just watch this real carefully, okay? Fracking. President Trump is all about fracking. Right now, it's the cleanest form of energy, okay? We know Biden is flip-flopping depending on who he talks to. We know his main goal is to get rid of fracking. But if you guys watch the debate, that is also President Trump's goal. Now, what I mean by that is, before you all start jumping on the bandwagon saying that's not what Trump said, listen, he said solar is a great idea, but it's not there yet. He said yet. President Trump is all about finding better ways to improve our nation, to lower CO2 emissions. He is always there. He is looking for new, better, innovative ways to improve our lifestyle. What's better? Hey, he has, I'm sure, people looking, hey, find something better than fracking. There's people out there looking to find something better than fracking. Right now, fracking is the best. It brings the most jobs. It brings the cleanest energy. It's efficient. It's great. But he said yet, which means we don't just stop and that's the best and not keep moving forward. Disney said it best, keep moving forward. Same aspect. President Trump said yet. He's like, it's not there yet. It's a great idea, but it's not there yet. Maybe if you improved on it, it would work. No, some people can't get past the face value. I mean, hey, I think solar energy is a great idea, but you can't take all of it in our nation, put it in one area. It does nothing. Nothing compared to one of our energy plants. It doesn't. It's not there yet, as the president said. If they can make one solar panel absorb and be able to put off as much energy as one of our plants, then I'm pretty sure the president would jump all over that, because that will still be jobs, but right now it's not. I don't think solar is going to get any better, to be honest. I think it's a great idea in theory, but it's not there. It's basically saying whoever is a nerd and watches Star Trek, they use the dilithium crystals. It's all made up stuff. Probably, I'm not a scientist. Maybe there is such thing as dilithium crystals, but that's the concept. We're always looking for something better. Biden just says, and Kamala Harris, those two jokesters are like, even though this is the best, we want to get rid of it. Then we're going to focus on this, and then we're going to try to improve it. Well, try all you want. It's not going to work anytime soon. Keep what you got, keep what works, keep what's efficient, keep what's clean, and just focus and just build on something else. That's all you need to do. And Trump is all for that. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. I mean, I have a family that lives in Cali, and it is. I mean, I'll talk about that in a second. Yes, Tom. I'll social distance myself from the mic. I don't want you guys getting sick, so if I stay far away, it's not going to work. I'm sorry for the sniffles. I am a little cold. It's just my allergies, and it's a whole mess. But yeah, I am keeping my distance. But as Jeff, what you were saying is, I mean, the green energy it can't keep on the demand. Now, if it was able to, Trump and the Republicans would jump on that in a heartbeat. If it was able to keep up on the demand, they'd be able to provide the people with the same amount of efficient, clean energy as what we have now. They would be for it. But right now, it's not even a fraction of what's going on. I mean, it's a smaller fraction than Christina Hagan living away from District 13. She lives like right there. I think she could throw a stone at District 13. It's a mess. But yes, Tom, I am a little sick. If I talked a little earlier, I'm sorry. Thanks for joining. I am a little under the weather. That's why I haven't been on that much. I'm sorry. I don't think you guys want me beyond being like this, like looking like a zombie half dead. But I want to talk about a few things, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that. I mean, I know that's a little controversy. When people just hear the words clean energy and solar energy, people get blinders on, and they just say, you're an idiot, you're an idiot. But you got to listen to the actual meat and potatoes of what we're actually saying. Trump says we're not there yet. So he is for solar energy, but he said we're not there yet to even consider it. I mean, look how many solar panels got to be on a house just to actually provide energy to the house. And even then, it doesn't even do good enough. I mean, they lose power eventually. It is the man cold. Yes, Angel. We did vote today. If you guys didn't know, me and my better half, my wife, we did vote today. We did vote for Donald Trump. That's as far as I want to go. I'm going to keep you guys in the dark on who else I voted for, and I'll explain why I voted the way I voted November 4th. How's that? As you guys know, I don't vote R just because of an R. I don't not vote D just because of D. However, if you actually voted in Mahoney County, there was like 6 uncontested races. Treasurer, I think the recorder was one of them. It was just Democrats. There was no one running against them. I'd skip those. I don't even, whatever. Obviously, they're going to get it, so I just hit skip. Steelers and Penn State. So definitely go out there and vote. Yeah, we did vote today, even though we were sick. It was a little bit of a rant, but yes, I did vote for Hagan. I won't. I'll tell you that. Anything else than that, I'll tell you after. How's that? So I did vote for Trump. I did vote for Hagan, and I'll tell you all the other people I voted for afterwards. And I'm pretty sure that you can just. He's a Republican. Honestly, it was just one person. Angel, the recorder was a Republican. If it was one person, there was like 4 or 5 of them that were Democrats that were running by themselves. There was no opposition. So there were a bunch of Ds. Wrong hole. Yes. Okay. You want me to talk a little bit? Okay, I have John wanted me to talk a little bit more about the December event. So 1 second. Didn't think you want me to see you wiping my nose. December event, we're working, myself, Anthony, a few other individuals, we're going to be working on a lunch with Santa. Obviously, we don't have anything posted because we don't have a date, we don't have a time, we don't have a location. All I know is that we will be doing it in Mahoney County. We are going to start making phone calls. If you guys are willing to assist, you want to help in any way, setting up, volunteering. We'll have, obviously, activities for the kids. We are going to abide by the COVID. Obviously, as we get closer to December, who knows what is going to change with COVID regulations in regards to 6 feet distancing. Is it going to be 12? Is it going to be 20? Is it going to be 2 mile distancing? We will make sure the kids are safe during this event, just like we did during the trunk or treat. We had sanitizer all over. We allowed you guys there, but then again, it's at your own risk. If you don't feel like we're doing enough, then don't come. If you feel that it's safe and that you want to come, then you take the risk on yourself. Just like my son was there. Both of them were there. We took on the risk. If they came down with COVID, I wouldn't have said anything. I'm like, well, it's my fault. I wouldn't point the finger to anybody else. Thank you, Ruth, Trudy, for voting. I will mention that. Yes, John. If you guys don't know, Monday, I'll get the link right now. Monday, actually, Donald Trump Jr. will be in Mahoney County. It'll be at I think it's the Marriott Center. I will. Where is it at? Nope, sorry. Yeah, Marriott Center. I will get the link right now and I'll share it to you guys. Sign up. I believe they're only giving 2 tickets out per family or per mobile number. Here is the copy. Where we at? All right. There is the link. If you guys actually want to go and meet Donald Trump Jr., he's going to be at the Marriott Center in Boardman, Ohio on Monday. I believe it's at 12 o'clock. Yep, at 12 o'clock. October 26th, Blue Wolf events at the Marriott Center. He's a great guy. I like him. He's down to earth. They're real. I mean, they're rich too. They're real rich. He's not the president. He's not an elected official, but Donald Trump Jr. is actually doing a lot for this nation as well. He definitely deserves our focus, our attention, our support. Jeff, I did not see an email that you posted from the CEO of. I did not. Let's see if I can't pop it up right now. If I missed it, I'm sorry about that. See here. If you want to send the link on here, you're perfectly welcome to do that, Jeff. Email that you posted from the CEO. Let me see a email. Oh, there it is. All right, hold on a second. Let's read this bad boy. I know you don't want to hear this from me, and I guarantee. You care if I read it, Jeff? I mean, I'm assuming since you posted on Facebook that you're okay with people reading it. I don't want to say it, but we are facing unprecedented attack of the foundations of our democracy itself. If you are a U.S. citizen, anything less than a vote for Biden is a vote against democracy. That's right. I'm saying a vote for Trump, a vote for a third-party candidate, or simply not voting at all. They're all the same, and they all mean that you care more about your favorite issue than democracy. I believe Trump winning is more important than democracy. I'm comfortable standing aside. I'm reading, this is not my statement. Side democracy. All right, it's long. I won't keep going. I'll share it if that's all right. I'll share it, Jeff. Seems like a good read. I don't want to sit there but it's. He is trying to prevent voter fraud. Oh, it's a lot. Goodness. How many pages is this thing? All right. All right. Man, I just lost what I was gonna say. That's okay. That's what happens when you're on live TV, right? Or Facebook. All right, guys, vote when you're sick. Don't worry about it. I mean, they stuffed the thing up my left nose for the COVID test. It was negative. It was kind of uncomfortable. They didn't shove it all the way up to my brain. I don't think they probably feel anything if it did. You know, I am a Marine. I did sign the reenlistment like 3 times. Schools opening and closing, I don't think our elected officials are in any way taking into account the fact that if schools are actually closed or they start having these kids do online schooling only at home, they are not actually taking into consideration the fact that someone needs to be at the house to watch these kids, which means the parents are not going to be able to work. And if they do work, they have to find a babysitter. And if you're working and you only get paid $10 to $15 an hour and you got to pay the babysitter $20, $25 an hour, it's kind of bleeping stupid. Steel Valley Trunk or Treat, great event, great first turnout. We will do that once a year, and we are planning a December event. If you guys want to help out with a lunch with Santa, let me know. If you guys know of a Santa, let me know. Obviously, that's our main focus, is to have a Santa there. Or if anyone's willing to wear a Santa outfit, I will buy one. We will make sure it fits. It'll be fun for the kids, because our goal, me and a few other individuals, and we'll officially announce what we're planning. Our goal is to create free to low cost events for the community. Help raise funds for organizations throughout the community that's main focus is the improvement of the community, such as Sleep in Heavenly Peace. You have the Youngstown Bluecoats. They do a lot for the less fortunate, and that's the type of organizations that we need to focus on, because their goal is to improve our area, and that's what we need to do. When you guys go out and vote, make sure you vote appropriately. Make sure you vote not just because of the DNR. I mean, think about it. You got Ditzler running for commissioner. Again, he's saying that he does this, he does that, he's improving the area. But let me tell you something. We are Youngstown. Mahoney County, Youngstown is the second worst in childhood poverty. We are on track to be first by 2022, the latest. Next year, possibly the first worst city in this nation with child poverty. We are only safer than 7% of this nation's cities. And it's going down. We are getting worse. So how can we keep electing these individuals in office when we are declining? Because clearly they don't give two flying shits. Yeah, I'm going to cuss. They don't give two flying. I'm getting pissed now. These in Ditzler, Michelle Leporhagen, Tim Ryan, you have Traficant, all these Democrats and anyone in office, anyone, even if you're a Republican in office, you need to leave. You need to switch out, because clearly you're not doing a good enough job if you're within this area. Because if you were doing what you can do, we would not be declining. We would be increasing. You would take that DNR, toss out the damn window, and do what's best for the people. And because you can't, and you're too busy about the DNR, is the reason why this city is sucking. Why this city, this county is doing horrible. Because people are more interested in, I want to get reelected. I want to get reelected. Oh my God, help me out. Oh my God, do this. Oh my gosh, do that. They don't care about us. They don't care about our city. I mean, the average individual that gets paid, their median, I think, is like $26,000 a year. And you have Tim Ryan, who wants more money. He gets paid $174,000 a year, plus all the incentives he gets. You have our state reps who get $63,000 to $64,000 a year, and with all the incentives, they want more money. You have commissioners who get $83,000 a year. I think what's her name gets like 94. That's a crap load of money. You have superintendents get paid $130,000 a year, and they're a superintendent at just one school. Why are we electing these assholes? And I don't care. These assholes in office when clearly our areas are doing horrible. Youngstown schools, horrible. Our Mayor Tito, what are you doing? You're going on TikTok throwing your clipboard down. You're not doing jack. You don't care. You're going to these rallies trying to rally up the people, and you're not doing what's best for our city, for our towns, for our county, for our state. None of them are. If they were, you would see more of them. Not on Facebook, in person. The county's not that big. Jeff, you said that you believe there is a higher than 6% of the kids. The 6% is way too much. One kid sleeping on the floor, Jeff, is way too much. It's ridiculous. When I grew up, I was sleeping on the floor. Me and my older brother. We had mattresses. I know a lot of people you help actually have mattresses, but they don't have the bed. We were sleeping on the floor because we couldn't afford a bed. And that's why I definitely support your organization. I'm actually really proud and honored to help you out when I can. And everything you do is awesome. But I know we're on a rant. I'm not trying to get all whatever, but you guys understand how much passion, how much frustration I have when we have all these individuals who have the power to do something and they don't. Michelle Lepore-Hagan talks about how great this area is. I'm sorry, it's not. I get crapped on for saying, how dare Robert Santos, an individual who's trying to run for Congress when I was at the time, say this area sucks. I'm sorry. You have to admit there's a problem. You have to admit that we are not good in order for us to move forward. You have to admit there is a problem. It's the first step. Admit we have an issue. Now, what can we do to attack it? What can we do to fix the problem? What can we do to improve? If you constantly go out there and you preach how great something is, and you don't tell them that we're not so great, they're going to think that we don't need to change anything. My son is 11 years old. I love Timothy so much. I do. He's my firstborn. He's amazing. I'll use this as an example. Our kids. Do we always say they're the best? You're the best. Oh my God, that's so great. That's awesome. You do want to compliment them, but do you want to give them a false sense of greatness? Or do you want to let them know, hey man, that's awesome, but you do need to get better. It's not perfect, but let's work on it. And you're willing, as a parent, you say, hey, that's a good try. It's okay that you failed. Let's improve. It's that simple. My son wants to play baseball. I'm telling you right now, and I tell my wife this, I'm going to tell him, like, dude, right now, if you go start playing baseball, you're going to suck. He is. And you guys go ahead and quote me and say that I'm such a bad father for saying my son is going to be horrible at baseball. He is going to be horrible at baseball. But if he loves it, I'll be willing to help him, and I always will be willing to help improve him in any way that he wants, whether it's sports, whether it's art, which I'm horrible at art. I suck at art. I'm definitely not the guy that you want to talk to. It's that type of mindset is what I'm saying we need. We need elected officials to say, hey, yeah, we are not in a good place right now. Just like you would let your kids know, hey, we are not in a good place. You need to improve. You know, you don't want a football player that's a kicker who only knows how to kick and can't throw a ball. Tell him how awesome he is at being a quarterback and have him be a quarterback. You don't do that. You don't have a 300-pound defensive lineman say, hey, oh, yeah, you want to be quarterback. Oh, you're awesome. Go ahead and be the quarterback when he sucks. He needs to improve. One, lose weight, and improve everything else. That's all we need. We need elected officials to admit that we are not perfect, that we are in a horrible state, and let's move from there. David Simon, for example, is one of those individuals. He knows that, hey, we are on a decline. We need to improve this area. He's running against Michelle Lepore-Hagan. I think he is the right man for the job. I think he'll do great. He's willing to acknowledge the issues, admit if he made a mistake, and improve and learn. And that's what we need. Yeah, reinforce the positive, but also improve on the negative. It's one of the Marine Corps traits. You have to know thyself and seek self-improvement. So if you're not good at something, admit it. I know thyself. I know myself. I am not good at A, B, or D. Let's improve A, B, and D and make sure we maintain what we are good at. They do, yeah. Tim Ryan reflects the blame. I think it was a TJX, or he was taking credit for something, and he had nothing to do with it. It was a theater in Warren. The guy put on the billboard. He's like, Tim Ryan had nothing to do with the restoration, but he was taking credit with it for it during the debate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with elected officials say, I don't know. I am not an expert in taxes. I am not an expert in medical. I'm not. Our elected officials should not. They might be an expert in one thing, but they can't be an expert in everything. That's why you align yourself with a good staff, with the good individuals around you who are knowledgeable with this. You would have someone who's extremely brilliant in taxes. Hey man, I would love you on my staff. So when we have a tax issue, you're able to decipher what the heck it even says and explain it to me in layman's terms, and what can we do to improve it, and how will it affect everybody from the top gun all the way down to the lowest level. What can we do to improve the lives of the people? And it'll take an effect. That's what we need. Chuck, thanks for joining. David. Jeff, thanks for agreeing. I know we're all angry. And honestly, I was watching Dr. Phil today. Apparently anger is a manifestation of frustration and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we're frustrated because our voices aren't being heard. That's why. We try contacting our elected officials who are supposed to be our voice, but they're not listening to our voice. They're not listening to us. They're listening to themselves. They're listening to the dollar signs, to cha-chings. And that's wrong. I did put that link out there. Let's see here, WFMJ. I'll look for that right now. Today's over. Today started at 10, or excuse me, 5. It ended at 5. Yeah, early voting. Maybe it was 4. Early vote. I would highly suggest people to early vote. Yes, Tiffany. Why? Well, look what happened with the primary. Everyone was saying, hey, you're going to be able to in-person vote. You're going to be able to in-person vote March 17th. Now, they're saying we're going to be able to in-person vote November 3rd. But who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Governor DeWine can do whatever the heck he wants. Clearly, he can just be a dictator. He can do whatever he wants. He can sit there with his yellow paperwork and just be like, well, guys, I am a gremlin and I do look like a Smurf, but I got yellow paper and you're going to do what I say. It's ridiculous. So that's the reason why I would say early vote, because you never know what's going to happen. And there was a lot of individuals expecting to vote March 17th, but then when they shut that down, they went through the whole process of getting an absentee ballot, and then it didn't work. They didn't get it. It got sent to the wrong house. It was a huge mess, huge disaster, and they weren't able to vote. Their vote did not count. Now, do we want to have that happen again? Because I'm assuming right now, if that happens, they gave so much time for us to early vote. They already preached the whole absentee ballot, all that. So if there is no in-person voting November 3rd, I highly doubt they're going to extend it like they did this last election. It's going to be one and done and dead. That's it. It's done. So get out there. You got 10 days. They're open every day now. They'll be open tomorrow, I believe, from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10. I'll post the, if I could find it. Let me see here. There I am sniffling again. Just get out there, early vote. I mean, take the time. It doesn't take that long. It takes a total of like 5 minutes when you walk in. They do check your temperature. Make sure you wear a mask. I know it sucks, but just do it. Get it over with. See here. My photos somewhere. I'll find it. Still talk. Oh, there it is. All right, so today's 24th. It's over. So tomorrow, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. All right, and then the 26th, 23rd, or 26th. Wow, that's going backwards. The 26th to the 30th, it's from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the 31st, it's 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So get out there, vote. It does not take that long. Do what you got to do, because if you guys don't vote, I don't want to hear anyone arguing about or discussing why they weren't able to vote. They've had over a month, almost over a month, or a month. Event December, COVID, I think we covered everything. All right, again, everybody, I appreciate it. I understand we didn't have the talk about a week and a half ago. Obviously, the presidential, or excuse me, it wasn't. It was Tim Ryan and Hagen's debate on that Tuesday. Obviously, we wanted to watch that. So we watched that. And then there was a debate not too long ago, actually on Tuesday, Wednesday, My whole concept of time is horrible. I've been working 11 to 12 hour days. It's been a huge mess, which is one of the reasons why I think I'm sick, because I've just been overworked, but it's great. Definitely would love the hours. Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to get shut down too, so that's why I voted. So I definitely appreciate everybody's understanding. We're probably going to make it Saturdays. I'll just find out, and I will do another live stream, let you guys know what day I plan on doing this. But I do know when I do it this late, we don't really have many viewers, but everybody always watches it later, and I definitely appreciate everyone's support. I could not be doing this without you. I will be running for something. We will announce that after the election. Again, I don't want the race I plan on running for to be watered down or water down anyone else's election who is trying to win their seat this November 3rd. So get out there, vote. I have an echo. I have an echo. I probably... I had no idea. All right. But y'all have a great night. I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you all, and God bless America. And if you guys didn't know, this actually was a little late, so I have my ending is totally messed up. So we're just going to cut it short, unless you guys want to hear the Van Halen ending again, because it's been that long. I completely forgot to change that, so I'm sorry. So we'll just go ahead and we'll do the intro scene or something like that again. But thank you guys. God bless you all, and God bless America.